Welcome back, everyone. Farmer Cop here. This is episode 12 of Silverrun Forest. I remember last episode we were doing a lot of snow clearing and various things, but yeah, we have I was about to say, weird that I was highlighting that hand icon, but I definitely can't lift that. But yeah, so what are we going to do this episode? Well, hopefully we're going to make some more money. I think that'll be our plan. So that's the idea. I'm going to try to convince Richard to get ourselves a different tree harvester, if at all possible. I think he's on board with that. It's going to be a little difficult to do this probably in the snow, but we're going to make it work as best we can, I think. So we'll kind of see how that goes, but we don't want to just stop. Richard doesn't really like to do a lot of work out here in the weather time, but or when the weather's bad, I should say. Not the weather time, that doesn't make any sense. The winter time, that makes more sense. But he doesn't like to do anything when the weather's bad, and that's fair enough. He doesn't really have to. So yeah, we're gonna keep doing what we can do to get things done. And I think we'll cut these, what about right here, maybe? Be about right. Oh, how long are those? 12.2. I've heard 12.2 is not ideal. I've heard that you want to be just under that, like right about the 12 mark. 11, so that would be good. So this one might be a touch big. I've heard there's more of a penalty if it's a little over, so we're gonna try to make it a little less, even though that cuts a little bit off of that. So what's that one? 11.9. That's perfect. We'll take this guy out of there, and we'll put it over here in a little burn pile. There we go. And then what do we got at the end here? This guy's 16.9, which isn't great either. Can I lift that? Yeah, there's no way. Let's just cut this end off. Where does that put us? 10.4. That'll do it. Right about there. What is that one at? 10.2. And these can go just... Well, that was a longer piece than I thought. That's okay. It was hidden under the snow from me. That's okay. They can still go in the burn pile. They're not going to be worth a lot. So yeah, we'll just throw those over here. There we go. A few 12-meter lengths. That'll be good. Yeah, I'm going to talk to Richard about getting a new tree harvester. I think he's interested in it. I told him that we could sell this guy off. Looking at pricing here, we could... This is our stuff. This isn't going to work. But if we go over to Richard's account here real quick, so we can actually take a look at things. There we go. It's going to jump me out of there. But if we look at forestry equipment, there it is. Oh, no. Where's it at? Oh, forestry machines. There we go. It's weird that that was the one that was showing up, not this one. Yeah, so we could get over $100,000 for this. So I think Richard might be on board with selling it. I mean, Richard, as you can see, has plenty of money in the bank. So we'll see what he wants to do, but I'm going to try to convince him into that. And hopefully we can get some of this snow out of here. But I'm probably not going to do a lot, honestly, until the weather gets a little nicer, because this is going to be just a pain to kind of work up here in the snow. But yeah, regardless of that, I will bring you guys back in. Honestly, it might be a little bit. So I'll see you guys when I see you guys, but we're going to try to hopefully get through some of this winter time and then move on from there. All right, everyone, it is January. At least it's not snowy out. I mean, there's snow everywhere, but it's not snowing actively, I guess. But a couple new upgrades. I talked Richard into spending some money. I also, first off, made our January payment for our truck and paid $75 to Richard for half of our month's rent. And we have an upgrade for this here, a new log fork, which will hopefully work a little bit better. This is part of the CSC pack, in case you were wondering. And Richard allowed us to get this guy right here. Obviously, it's Richard's, and he was the one that bought it and all that. But at the same time, we get to use it, which is great. And before you guys say, oh, we're cheating or whatever, Richard has a lot of money. He's got a good forestry outfit, and this is not our piece of equipment. And though he did have to spend, I mean, if you look at the store, let's just take a look here. The reason this was the one, we talked about this one being the one to go to, we wanted to get something, at least Richard at least wanted to get something, I should say, bigger than this, and I encourage him to get something bigger than this. That's the best deal. Then we're kind of over the 400,000 mark, and these guys aren't bad. 71 centimeters width for max log, 64 centimeters, so that one's a little bit better, I think, in that sense. 70, a little bit lower. But then this guy, not too much more than these guys. And it goes all the way up to 80. So we decided that was probably a good mid-range. Always, you got the Hannibal up here, which is very pricey. And obviously, that can cut anything down. But yeah, so we decided that was probably the best. And Richard agreed that was probably the best to get that guy if we're going to actually make the upgrade to make it right. So we want the good upgrade right there. And I think that this will be a good choice. But Richard was still on the fence about it. He still was nervous to spend that much money. And that's reasonable. Richard's a good businessman. He makes a lot of money, and he doesn't, obviously, he uses older equipment. We did sell the John Deere off as well. I should note that as well. He said he couldn't justify keeping 2 forestry harvesters down in this operation specifically, so we had to let the other one go, which is fine. That helped pay for the other one, so we ended up only being down like, 350,000-ish or a little bit less than that. But anyhow, so we have this guy now. We did make an agreement with Richard. I agreed with Richard that I would work with him this whole year doing forestry stuff and stuff around his place. So yes, we are still, I need to get these guys out here to figure out how to use this guy. Turn it on. Oh, we gotta unfold it. Ooh, how do I unfold this bad boy? Z, unfold it. There we go. Interesting. I haven't used one of these in a long time, so this is not going to be great. Richard agreed to the same 60-40 cut, by the way, so we're still taking 60, he's taking 40, because we're using his equipment and stuff like that, but we are doing all the work. So let's turn it on. Okay. Oh, and what's that cut length? We got to change that. Let's do 12 is really kind of what we want. Let's see how this goes. Let's find a good tree. This thing, thankfully, is pretty powerful, so shouldn't have any issues traveling around on these hills and stuff like that. Should be able to grab this guy. Ooh, that's right, I forgot about this, the auto cut option. We hold down the O. Just like that. Eventually we'll fall. There it goes. Could hold on to it. We're gonna work our way down here. Hopefully get it somewhat in line with the truck for loading purposes. That's gonna hit our truck if we keep going this route. This might be a little bit trickier than I thought. That's okay. I'm gonna turn that help menu off again. Honestly, could use some light. Get it down here a little bit, not going into the drink. Pull ourselves this way. We want to try to pull this guy back just right, hopefully. We can go around this rock here, because we want it to be in line with kind of where the truck's at here. That still did not do great, but that's okay. That was definitely better. Okay. Right there should be good. X cuts it out 12 meters. Boom. Another 12 meters. And then lastly, that guy at the end there. So 3 per. Okay, that's not too bad. Loading's going to definitely be a little bit more difficult. That's for sure. Let's see if I can't grab another tree here. I'll do one more with you guys in, and then we'll probably try to get a... Well, then we'll try to load it, actually. That's, you probably want to see that chaos. Get it over there. Oh boy. Not, that auto's not maybe doing as best as it could. There we go. Maybe. Okay. Let's pull you back. I want to go out this way again. Try to get this angle at least a little bit more right. Goal is to make a big stack of them. That way, we can use our wheel loader a little bit more effectively. See if we can't get this guy maybe knocked over a little bit. Oh, there we go. That's at least the right angle-ish. Oh, there we go. Lift it up a little bit. See how that does. Maybe back up just a touch. Perfect. That was a shorter tree, that's for sure. Okay, there we go. Pull this guy forward for a second. And let's grab. And that was probably, honestly, that thing's probably the thumbnail. I'm not gonna lie. See if we can grab all these guys at once. This might be too much weight. That might be our only issue. But I think this design of this fork, oh, that's doing that to the bottom ones. There we go. But I think this fork design will be a little bit better for us. Okay, we got most of them. Can't complain about that, honestly. Especially since that's probably a little bit much for this guy. Actually, this guy's doing a lot better at this than I thought it would. For that, that size there. Okay. There we go. That guy's definitely a little bit more tricky to get out. Yeah, that one's a little bit more tricky to get out of there, that's for sure. I wonder if we can move that log by hand. Nope, definitely too heavy. Okay, well, we tried. I'd love to straighten that one out. Get it actually kind of on the truck a little bit. Do that just a little bit more angled back. There we go. That's a little better. We got that side on at least. Might be able to... I don't think we're going to reach that side from here. Might have to go around to get that. Okay, if we just do this real quick. Thankfully those wires don't have any... Ooh, missed it. Wires don't have any collisions on them. Oh, no, I went the wrong way. Like we're not gonna be able to resolve this the way I maybe wanted. Oh, there we go. Maybe. This thing's kind of a pain to get off of this truck is the main issue. Oh, I think those fold down. Someone mentioned this to me about this trailer. Okay. Oh, they do. There we go. So we could lower those down and make loading a little bit easier. Can't remember who mentioned that in the comments, but whoever you are, thank you. It definitely will make our life a little bit easier in terms of a lot of things. Still not on there, and I hate it. Slight perfectionist when it comes to this sometimes. Other times I say just to heck with it, but this time, for whatever reason, I really want to get this guy on. Ooh. Oh, there we go. There we go. That'll work for me. That's good enough. Okay. So this definitely does work better in terms of grabbing them. Now, again, we had a little bit of a debacle there with one piece, but I think now that we lowered the tops of that down a bit, it'll be much more reasonable for us. But there we go. So I am going to go ahead and keep doing some forestry work. I'll bring you guys back in when it's time to either sell off a load of this or something else. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right. Well, as disastrous as the last time we tried to haul logs was, I figured in the snow would be that much more fun, so I figured I had to bring you guys back in, but it worked really well. I mean, as you can see, I did realize when I was done recording that our time was low. So I sped it back up to 5 times, but even then, in about an hour, I loaded this whole truck up. So if we can get 2 loads a day, that would be absolutely incredible. I'm going to go cab here. I don't have my wheel, so we'll see how this goes. Gotta make sure we don't roll it like we did last time. That would be no bueno. This is quite the road. Woo! Every time we get down here, I think we're gonna roll it. Okay, let's pull up our map real quick. So we're right here. We need to get over to, well, where's the best place to sell wood? Actually, is a good question as well. Old sawmill. Old sawmill, still the best of the best. So that's where we're going to sell it. 1089 is not that different, though. Where's the wood turner at? We might just go sell it in town. All right, let's go try to make it there. So if we just come out here, because that's a lot closer than trying to drive all the way up to the old sawmill. Honestly, time-wise, it's probably worth it to do. So where's the car coming? Let's let them get by. We're going to go. Okay. No rolling it this time. No rolling the logs. Once we get down to the main road, we should be fine. I should use some brakes coming down here. Be a rough ride for sure. Stop sign. Make sure we're good to go. There we go. Okay, so far so good. We haven't crashed yet. I'm hoping this will be our best load yet. I can't remember what we made the last couple loads, but it wasn't great. I mean, it just wasn't ideal. So hopefully we will do just fine on this load. All goes to plan. I'm hoping maybe 10 grand. That'd be great. Yeah, I'm nervous. I can't remember what we got the last couple loads. I cannot remember. but this should be a good load. I think we got, I mean, regardless of that road, it's a good load or not, we got this load done fast. So if we can do 2 loads a day, which I think is feasible with the new piece of equipment we got from Richard, and I'm excited to tell him that too, because he was worried it wasn't really going to speed up our efficiency that much, and we wanted to go just straight. Look at the map here. Yeah, this will take us into town. So yeah, he was worried. I almost rolled it there. That was so close. Oh goodness. 55 may have been a bit quick, but I do want to make it there today. We got more stuff to do. Oh, don't go in front of me. Oh, jeez Louise. At least he accelerated pretty quick. We didn't really have to, I didn't have to slam on the brakes, which is kind of surprising. I'll have to slam into the rear end of him though if I'm not careful. All right, and then the wood turner was just over here, so we just need to take a left and then a right and then head down the way. Is it the second one? Yeah, second one. Furthest production down that way. That guy just blew that stop sign. Good lord. There we go. This corner a little wider. You don't have a lot of forestry trucks coming into town like this, I don't think. Even if it is a forestry town. Do a lot of lumber in this area. All right. That second production there. The wood turner. All right, we're gonna have to back it in there. But I think we can make this happen. Actually, there's definitely worse areas to have to back something into. This honestly is not that bad at all. Goodness, we're gonna hit that person up. They're not gonna get out of the way. Hit your head on that log. Good gravy. Ooh, we don't want to wreck anything. I tell you, the cars in this town, they have never seen a truck before, I feel like. At times. Okay. Let's unfasten those tension straps. Let's get ready. I'm going to get ready to write down the numbers for what we get. Woo! 31013. And we get to keep... Oh, I put it in the wrong bank account, didn't I? Well, we're going to take that out of our bank account. 31013, because I forgot to switch over to Richard's account. That's okay. He'll be fine. 31013 times 0.6, which is our cut. So we got to keep 18607.8. So 18607, we'll take it. 18607. Beautiful. Okay. And that's what we get, 60%, right? That's what we've been getting? 6%, or we've only taken 40%. I think maybe we've only done 40%. I gotta look this up. I apologize if I did it wrong. I'm gonna go look up another episode and I'll get it figured out real quick. I was completely wrong. We get 40%, and I'm gonna write that down so I know. We get a 40% cut. So I need a, oh gosh. Oh, so what did I just take? 18607, I need to remove that. 18607. And then I need to add the correct amount, which is going to be 31013 times 0.4, so 12405, which is still really good. So if we can make $24,000 a day, that would put us in really good shape. I think we can, probably should just loop around. There we go. But yeah, so I think we can make this work. I think we make this work. Richard, I think, will be very happy with those results. Yeah, I think that'll be good for us. Now, we are pushing up on the episode length here. In terms of that, I know I'm going to put out a couple of kind of shorter episodes. The reason for that is I'm getting ready to go on a 2-week trip for work, and I'm trying to pre-record stuff. And I was going to do like a whole separate like little mini series. I still might do that. I'm not sure at this point. But as of right now, I just want to make sure that there is content that's coming out on the channel at least somewhat regularly, at least every other day, hopefully. So what I am going to do is I am going to try to do maybe a little bit of shorter episodes, and then try to get just some more episodes done, just so there's more stuff regularly. So over instead of maybe having 2 episodes for the week, you'll have 3, even though I covered this. Oh, good lord, that car. Even though I covered maybe the same amount of material, we go through the same progress. You know, if you know what I mean. I did this a while back with Willamina Forest when I was going out of town for something, and I just kind of did some. I did it actually more like live stream, but like I recorded it, so I just didn't have any gaps or anything like that. I might do something similar like with that on here, but I might do another, maybe a forestry time lapse. I don't know. We can do all sorts of things, but The good news is, can we make this corner without rolling? We sure can. As soon as we get those logs on there, we're screwed. But without logs, that was really dangerous of me to just risk that, but that's fine. We did it. It's over now. I'm going to pass this guy. I've had enough of them. That about ran us off the road. All right. I think we can make it. There we go. Just that's some reckless driving right there, just flat out. I just called myself out on that one. But yeah, so I think we're gonna wrap up this episode here. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and for watching.